Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So I have been waiting all day for my order to arrive. It was supposed to be here from 1 o'clock to 4:45. At 5:45, it still wasn't here. I was starting to panic, even though I had already prepped and halfway designed tonight's live. I needed my blends. So at, I don't know, like 5 minutes to 6, the UP or the doorbell rings, the UPS man showed up. So I was very excited that I rushed out here, finished the projects, and I hope you love them because I think they turned out really cute. And we are focusing on all of the new in colors. So I can't wait to show you that. And then something else that wasn't in pre-order arrived, and I saved it to do tonight. So we're going to open these bad boys together. I haven't even seen them in person, so I am so excited to show you these as well. So let's point you over because we have lots to do today, or lots to do this evening, and not a lot of time to do it in. So let's point you over and let's start playing. So in the catalog, we have the party alphabet dies and the party banner dies. So this is definitely Mama Jamma. I actually literally cleaned my entire craft room today and I took my ruler and put it away. So I was going to measure how long it is. So there's 6 inches. So almost 16 inches long. That's how long these dies are. They are fabulous. And they're probably 7.5 inches wide. So this is definitely a Mama Jamma die set. Good thing I have a good area for all of my dies. So let's open it so you guys can see. This one is the alphabets. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous these are. Oh, this would have been absolutely perfect for the home signs that I did for the October retreats. And they are stuck on here good, so be careful. But look how phenomenal these are. They are 2.25 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide. I know some of them are going to be different in widths, but at least the height. Oh, I cannot wait to get my hands on this and start playing with some fun ideas that I have rolling around in my head. Okay, so there's the alphabet dies. Now let's look at this. These are the banners. Oops, I dropped my re-inker. We are using that tonight. So here's the fun banners. Ugh, look how gorgeous these are. So the largest, I actually think this gives better dimensions and stuff in the actual catalog. And when I was cleaning up, I put that away as well. So this one is a little over 5.25, almost 5.5 by probably 7-ish, maybe a little over 7. And then you have the little circles down here where you can hang for the banner. Oh, so spectacular. I cannot wait to start playing. I actually 2-day aired them because I really wanted the blends and I really wanted these guys. So there that is. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And you might want to come to the July retreat because I am starting to prep and prepare for that. So I got all of the blends. They just arrived. They are hot off the press. So this is Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea. This is Cloud Cover. This is Timid Tiger. And these ones are Darling Daffodil. So we are going to be using all of these blends except these two. I think the Secret Sea is a little dark for what we're going to be coloring, but I do have a fun alternative. I haven't tried it. Hopefully it works. It's working perfectly in my head, so hopefully it works on paper. So let's start with the strawberry slush. Let me scoot these out of the way, and let's bring in the stamp set and dies. So I'm using the same two sets that I used on Tuesday's live, Blooming Phrases and the Gallery Blooms. This one I pulled in the flowers right down here at the bottom, and it does have the matching. So the product or the paper that we're going to need is thick basic white, and this is our normal card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So we can go ahead and fold and crease. There we go. We'll set that aside, and let's bring in all of the little fun pieces. So I have strawberry slush, 4 by 5 1/4. I already have this embossed in the same embossing folder, and it's the Forever 3D Plaid. And this one is 3 3/4 by 5. This is the inside of the frame that we used on Tuesday. Remember, I told you guys that we used 2 of the frames. We used in the inside piece for Tuesday's live, and now we're using this third piece right here. So there's those. I'm just going to make sure we're live. Hopefully we are. My computer, my iPad isn't working, so I'm on my computer. I don't know. We're going to just play it by ear. If you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. If not, I don't know. It literally, everything says we are live, so I'm just going to keep going. So, and then I have a piece of scratch paper for our sentiments. So what we're going to need first is your stamp and basic white, and we're going to stamp this in Memento. I already stamped and die cut it out just for time purposes. Then let's bring in our silicone mat so I can do a little bit of coloring. I'm going to sit down while I color. I'm going to start with the light strawberry slush. So I'm going to go in and start coloring just the flower leaves themselves. So it's hard to talk and color at the same time, but I will do my best. It is very fun to color with all of these beautiful new colors. And I did use the Darling Duckling blends for the center of all of these flowers. So we have a little Darling Duckling on each one of them. Oh, I actually didn't even show you guys the card we're going to be doing. I just got super excited and jumped right into making it. So it's not a tragic color. I know it's hard to color in classes and stuff, but we can at least do it on our Facebook Lives. So hopefully, because my iPad, I had to log out of Facebook and delete it and try to reinstall it. And it was asking for my password, and I couldn't find the safe piece of paper where I put my passwords. So hopefully it didn't mess everything up. And hopefully we are live. I'm not seeing it on my computer, but that doesn't really mean anything. But who knows? Hopefully it'll at least record and I can upload it to YouTube when I get done. So now I'm just taking the dark strawberry slush and just highlighting the edges. And now I am going to grab the light granny apple green. Hello, Heather. Welcome. I am glad my Facebook is working. I was a little scared there for a minute. And my lights are flickering. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's just weird things happening today. But the positive note is, while I was waiting for UPS to bring me this box, I got a lot of cleaning and putting away done. It's pretty much what I did today. I just relaxed. We're leaving for vacation on Sunday, and I just need a couple relaxing days. So I went and got a pedicure, cleaned up the craft room. So yeah, I'd say it was a good day. So now I'm taking the dark granny apple green and just highlighting the veins of the leaves. Okay, one last thing is I'm going to grab the dark Darling Duckling and I'm going to color the inside of the flowers. Perfect. So let's bring back in our card base. Yes, it was a very good day. I cannot complain. Tomorrow actually should be a really good day as well because somebody picked up my shift, so I don't have to work tomorrow. So I'm super excited. So I have the birthday, so I'm going to ink up the birthday in strawberry slush, and I'm going to stamp the inside of my card. I did want this on the outside, but it didn't work with the ideas that I went with. So birthday's on the inside, and we're going to take this piece of scratch and do the happy. There we go. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to clean these off so I don't accidentally cross-contaminate. Clean off as I go. So I think we're done with the strawberry slush. And now I just want to come in and I'm going to trim off part of the end of the happy and the beginning of the happy because I just want that much of it. So let's start gluing all of this together. I don't know why I flipped it over. It's the same on both sides, but I do it all the time. I think all of us do. So we're going to glue this down. And if you didn't hear in the beginning, I think the secret C is going to be a little dark, but I have a fun alternative that I didn't try before, so we're actually going to try it together, but I think it's going to work. So let's go ahead and flip over our frame, add some dimensionals, and that should be good. And this is the center piece of the frame that we used on Tuesday. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand for this because I want to make sure I get it even and in the center. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and put this in the center. I'm gonna put a couple dimensionals on here. Perfect. Let's make sure we cut enough. Oh, I want to cut a little bit more of that off. I just want it right up top. Yep, that looks good. There we go. Now with the ribbon, I actually didn't even pull in the ribbon, and I should have. I just got these in few minutes ago, and I was really pleasantly surprised. It's a little bit thicker and not rougher. I don't really know the exact word, but it is a little bit more stiff of a ribbon than I thought it would be in the catalog. But I do like it, and it ties absolutely gorgeous bows. But I did notice when I put the mini glue dot on, I think there was just too much because this has a dimensional and that has a dimensional. I actually had to put a mini dimensional right there and then grab my mini glue dots and then put the mini glue dot on top of that dimensional. I literally just had my mini glue dots here a second ago. I swear. And I'm really not in a big mess on my Facebook Live table because I cleaned it. Oh, there it is. I put the strawberry slush ink on top of it. There we go. So there's the front. We still need to add a few gems. And there is the inside. Is that not super cute? Let's grab a few gems and we're going to put them right at the bottom. Oops. Let's scoot that over just a smidgen. There we go. So that is the card that I have been dying to do with you guys. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And we have made two cards. I left these ones here so I could pull them in to show you. So this is one die and it cut all three of these pieces out. So I was able to make two different cards using one die. So there we go. So I do want to show you, I actually do have all of them in every color. So we'll just put together what we can in our 30 minutes. But I do want to do the Secret C. So because I felt that the Secret C might be too dark for the flowers, I decided to bring in the re-inker and I'm going to put a little dab of ink on a block. And then I am going to grab my Wink Stella and paint Wink Stella on the flowers to give it a little bit of glimmer and maybe not be so dark. And that glitter, oh my goodness, is absolutely beautiful. I really don't know if the video is going to show the glimmer in this paper. So you can see that it gets a little bit lighter as we go. And I think I really like that. So I did not pre-do this before the live, so this is the first time me doing it. And I think pulling a little bit off and just grabbing a smidgen at a time and making it darker in one area than the other. Oh, so fun. But did you know you could paint with your Wink Stella? If you didn't, you do now. You could really do this for all your colors. And I would rather put my re-inker on a block and use it like this rather than smashing my ink pad to my case. I think this just takes a smidgen longer maybe, but it is definitely well worth it. Okay, there's that. Thank you, Heather. Let's grab the dark Darling Duckling and put that in the center. And then I am going to still do the Granny Apple Green. And you can see how much ink I put, one little tiny drop, and I didn't even use the entire drop. So it definitely goes a long way. When I do sponge daubing and I'm doing a lot of it, I will put the re-inker on these blocks and use my daubers. You're going to have to re-ink your ink pad if you're using a lot anyway, so cut out the middleman and just use your block. I'm going to come in and do the veins. I should have brought the rest of my re-inkers over and did all of these this way. Let me pull it up. Can you guys see the glitter, the glimmer on that? Oh, maybe right there a little bit. Oh, so pretty. I have a tissue in the trash right here. I am just going to wipe my block off so I don't put anything in it. Knowing my luck, my hand's going to go in it or my card is going to go in it. One of the two will. Okay, so let's do a little bit of stamping. So we're going to do happy. Perfect. Thank you, Darlene. And then let's get our card base. Let's flip that open so we can do birthday on the inside. Close this up. And now we can put the card together. I have already colored the last two colors, so I'll just quickly put those together for you as well. And then you will see all 5 of the in colors in this set. The only thing I'm out of are the Timid Tiger gems. I have all the other colors, but that one. And that's actually not even my favorite color. I have no idea why I'm out of it. I mean, not that it's not my favorite color, but the strawberry slush, I won't lie, is probably my favorite. I bet everybody is super shocked about that one. Just kidding. Okay, but you will be surprised. I bought a blue bathing suit. I did try a pink one on, but I did not buy the pink one, which I was really shocked, but the blue actually looked better than the pink. And I probably would never say those words out loud ever again. Okay, I'm going to put that there. We have our ribbon. We have our little bow. Oh, that is really pretty. And then sentiments. So I'm going to trim off that side, and I needed about there. Let's see if that's a good size. Yep, perfect. Okay, there's that one, and let's add a few gems. Oh, my little frame's a little crooked, but that's okay. Nobody needs to know. Maybe the recipient that will get it will notice, but we won't tell them. I even stood up to make sure it wasn't crooked. Oh well. Okay, there's that. And then let's quickly put the other two together, and then I will show you all of them at once. So this one is Timid Tiger, and it's really pretty. The brightness, oh, just gorgeous. These colors are definitely right up my alley. Flip this over. Couple dimensionals. And I will just put dimensionals on this one while I'm doing all of this. Now, as I'm doing this, remember next week I will not be live Tuesday or Thursday, but I will have videos post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So definitely stay tuned. I will do my best to post them to Facebook. I know they will be posted to YouTube Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Facebook has been really weird, so hopefully it will take the videos. If not, you will have to go to my YouTube, and I hope you do because they are pretty cute. They were a lot of fun to make, and I think you guys would really like them. Okay, let's glue this. I knew it was missing something. It's missing the sentiments. It's like, why does it look so plain? I'm gonna guess. Yeah, guess pretty well. So if you're just logging on, this is the same frame set that I used on Tuesday as well. Okay, last one is the cloud cover. I haven't played with it enough to notice any ink issues. So I will let everybody know once I do. I did purchase the spots. So we will be using the spots and the re-inker for classes. So we definitely will be able to get our hot hands on this color to play with. Oops, you just can't purchase the full size ink pads. If you're a demonstrator, you can definitely purchase it until Stampin' Up! Runs out, but they're not going to open it up to the public. You're so welcome, Heather. Let's do, the blender pens look like they are spot on. I did not have any issues with the blender pens. I did notice all of the colors were a smidgen darker than I was anticipating, but then they lightened up after it dried. So I didn't have any issues with any of them. So if you haven't ordered all of these fun colors, you definitely can now. And you can add on the Gallery Blooms suite if you want to. Ribbon, dimensional, sentiment, and then I'll bring them all in. I promise. Let's see if I cut enough off that one. Nope. There we go. I actually stamped it on both sides because I didn't like the first side. There we go. And I do have these gems, so I will put these on. That one looks a little crooked too. Maybe it's just my head. Or maybe it's the lines in the embossing folder. Maybe it really isn't me. Okay, it's okay. They're still beautiful cards. Okay, so this is Cloud Cover. This one is Timid Tiger. Let me scoot those up. This one is Secret Sea. We have Darling Duckling. And then we have Strawberry Slush. There you go. I loved, loved, loved the way they turned out. And I did use Granny Apple Green for the leaves. And these are the ones that we did on Tuesday that were using the same sets. So love the ideas that you can get using one set, one embossing folder, and some blends. So there you go. Hopefully you guys liked them. That actually looks really pretty right there. I should probably just leave that. I love the little chaos of the mess, but I love all the bright colors. Well, actually looks pretty good, and I didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will not see you guys all next week. So it will be the following Tuesday, and I'm sure I'll have so much to show you guys and so much to talk about. And yes, let me know if you need anything. I will have my phone even on vacation, so I can definitely send messages or get away for a quick call. Have a great evening, and thank you so much, Heather. Have a great evening, and we will see everybody soon. Bye bye.